TunePocket.com.
Falcon fans, it's your boys, Dirty Fanatics United. If you haven't already, hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe button. On the way to 300, we're at 250. We greatly appreciate it. Always joined by my co-host Philip. How you doing, brother? How you been?
Well, as you see, I'm blessed.
Always another day to talk some Atlanta Falcon football. It's been a minute since we've been here on the podcast to chat with our fans and friends and family. If you're a Falcon fan, you're family to us. So shout out to y'all that has tuned in and left the comment in the comment section. We greatly appreciate it. Philip, man, let's give them a rundown on what we'll be chatting about today. Them Dirty Birds is 1-0 for sure. We'll chat about that. We'll give you some Falcon news and updates. We'll give you a little bit of the good and the bad. Who gets the game ball from week 1? What's the recipe to success Sunday? And then we'll give a little bit of game day predictions and stat predictions for Sunday to come. Real quick, man, Philip hit him with the swag straight out the gate after week 1. Philip, give us a little info on your attire there, what you got going on over there.
Or you see, we got at the week 1, we had to, after the win, we had to bring out the belt, you feel me? We got the chain, you feel me? And then we got the little nice setup in the background and then the shades, because we all business this week. After whooping that ass, we got to be serious.
Yes, sir. You heard the man here. Officially, your Dirty Birds 1-0 after week 1. Philip, real quick, man, before we get to the chat and we get to our subjects, just what does it feel like, man, to finally be freaking 1-0? It's been ages since we could say our Dirty Birds are 1-0, and I have to say it's never felt better.
Feels like a king, you feel me? Feels great. Feels great. We ain't had this since what, 2017? We deserve this.
Yeah, I think as a fan base, we definitely deserve it. The true diehard fans that have rode from day one, and not somebody that's on social media bashing the team that they supposedly rep. I can't stand seeing it. My girl Kiki knows what I'm talking about. She's been on Twitter world fighting with all these Falcon haters, man. They Falcon fans, but they Falcon haters. So shout out to Kiki for always defending them birds. Philip, man, we'll jump right into it real quick. Before we do, though, let's hit the chat, man. Chat's popping off early. I don't have my Facebook pulled up, so if Facebook users, please excuse me. If you're on Facebook, man, head over to YouTube and check us out on YouTube. Hit that subscribe and be sure to tune in there and leave a live comment. Bubba Gump early in the chat with the emojis. Bubba, what's good, brother? Oh, boy, Dan Burst. DJ Dan in the chat said, what's good, fellas? Let's talk some Falcon football. Facebook user said, rise up. We undefeated. Yes, sir. 1-0. Yes, ma'am. Whoever it may be. We are 1-0.
First in the division.
Number 1, you heard. I think, Philip, the Panthers are the only team that actually lost in the NFC South this past.
And they played the New Orleans Aints this week.
They play the Aints. So a big NFC South shakeup to happen this weekend. So that's why I think Sunday is a must win for the Dirty Birds. Not only to take that division spot, but to go ahead and make an early statement on in the league. DSGB Hall here in the comment section with the emojis. What's good, DSGB Hall? Glad to see you in the chat. That's our boy Ernest, man. Shout out to Ernest. Appreciate your service and what you do for the United States, brother. Appreciate everything you got going on. Facebook user in the chat said, good evening, everyone. Rise up. Rise up. Someone said it's not letting me share. Facebook be tweaking, man. I don't know. I'm more on the YouTube side. We're probably going to steer away from Facebook. So head on over to YouTube, hit that subscribe and that like, and definitely be sure to subscribe. Facebook user said, Jonesboro here. Thanks, Bates. Get it, player of the week. Yes, sir. Something we will chat about here about Jesse Bates. Man, Philip, what a signing, bro. what a signing Terry, made happen this offseason. Such a great signing. And, he proved it week one, man. To come out week one in the A and show out in front of your fans like that is a perfect way to stamp your mark in the A. Philip, Auntie Pam in the chat, she said, hello, Chase and Philip. Philip, who's this lady right here? She said, happy Friday, rise up.
That's
Mr.
Mom's
Hollywood.
right there.
Shout out Moms. Moms, we on TV. We made it.
We capped in Atlanta today.
Thanks what you just said. Let's get it. Let's get it, man. We about to jump right into it. Dwayne Ruffkin. Let's keep this thing rolling. Shout out to Dwayne Ruffkin, Philip. Ruffkin, man. This is a fan that I met Sunday at the Benz. It was a quick exchange. We was busy walking, trying to get to our seats, trying to meet up with Bodie, Jack, and all them. So definitely a busy time in the Benz. But shout out to Dwayne Ruffin for even recognizing me in public, man. Shout out to you, sir, and appreciate you for tuning in and showing this channel as much love as you have. Facebook, you just said I don't have a YouTube account, so bye. Sheesh. All right, well, we appreciate you tuning in. Brother. We'll go ahead and hit him with some Atlanta Falcon news and updates. As far as Atlanta Falcon news and updates, it's really just the injury report we're wrapping up here. I will say for a news and update, Dirty Birds are 1-0.
I know. Yeah,
that's 1-0, I said. So shout out to the Dirty Birds. As far as our injury report, we have a Troy Anderson that has been ruled out for Sunday. So to expect to see a Nate Landman filling in that position. Philip, a guy we talked about here a couple of times on the podcast before the season started off. Your thoughts on Nate Landman and the Troy Anderson news with the concussion protocol? I believe he was clear to the concussion protocol, but Smith has already ruled him out for Sunday. Philip, your thoughts?
Basically all you got to do is come in and fill in just a game. Don't feel under pressure. You're not the only one on the field, so don't feel like you're in a situation where you have to make things like big plays. Don't try to play the hero. Just do you, play good ball, and just move with the team. That's basically what we did this past Sunday, and we got the job done on defense. So I'm not really too worried about, Troy not being there. Shout out to him because he did have, I think he recovered a fumble. I mean, it can happen to anybody, You can have your big moment, whether you're trying to play the hero or not. It'll land when it's time, it's time. So,
just for my little input on Nate Landman, man, I think he really shined in training camp. We talked about it a couple times preseason. He got a couple snaps, and we pretty much said when we ran through our list that he made the 52-man roster or 53-man roster. We talked about it here a couple times. We talked about it over at One Time for the Fan as well. So definitely a guy to look out for Sunday. He's a vet in the league, so maybe this is Nate Landman's time to shine with a new defense coordinator and Ryan Nielsen. Some more Falcon news and updates for you. Jeff Okudah and Cordell Patterson has been 100% go active in practice. Neither practice Friday. The only one that actually landed on your questionable list was Jeff Okudah. Cordell Patterson did not land on the injury list, so we could possibly see some CP Sunday in the A. Philip, your thoughts about CP returning with a Bijan, Tyler, Drake, Kyle Pitts? Philip, let us know, bro.
It's then to get nasty, brother. Let me just tell you, we got a guy that can basically do it all. He can run, he can catch. Hell, if he wanted to, he could probably throw the ball if he wanted to. I mean, he can do it. You know what I mean? So it's probably if it goes planned and play calling goes good, we'll talk about that. But if it goes good, it can get ugly on our offensive side of the ball. It really can. So I'm excited for it.
I'm glad you just real quick, I want to give a chance to the chat to take the moment to leave a comment in the comment section. Let us know what you think about this injury list and about CP being a full go in practice this week. Philip, I'm glad you said something about the coaching scheme because our next subject here at Dirty Fanatics United is the good and the bad of Sunday. We are a positive Falcon podcast, but we are going to bring you real Atlanta Falcon news and
we're going to bring you
Falcon
facts.
So, Philip, just real quick, man, chat's doing their thing. We'll check them out here in a minute, but let's move on to our next subject, the good and the bad from Sunday. Philip, your thoughts about what we've seen Sunday. We haven't had the chance to talk to anybody since the game, so I'm sure there's a lot you have to say about what happened Sunday in Atlanta. So fill us in.
First things first, I'm not going to fully blame it on the offensive scheming in plays. My biggest thing that I'm going to drop down is the O line in the first half. The O line just was getting beat. Caleb McGarry, he did eventually get it situated and settled down, but he was that left, right side, whatever. That was getting beat bad.
Yeah,
Brown and
and you're
Burns
right
was
with the
getting back
left
there.
because Jake was another one. He's on the left. Jake was getting beat a
Yeah,
couple of times. Yeah.
yeah. It was just certain situations, and I that one pass play to Pitts burnt his guy. He threw him on the ground. You know what I mean? Broke him. But Ritter was having couldn't get it to
He
him or see it
never had the chance to progress. Yeah.
because he was literally running for his life. So and then another thing is also a little bit of the offensive scheme. A
Right.
run play on third, and I think it was 9 was out. That was outrageous.
Yeah.
To me, that was crazy. So I mean, but they wasn't the whole thing. But they did start to get. They went in halftime and situated. You know, they figured that out, and we got things done along with the defense. The
Something
defense
I've
done
noticed, Philip,
great.
you said, we came out at the halftime when we settled down. Something I've noticed for the past 2 seasons in Arthur Smith's coaching years, we've been a second quarter team, and it's something Atlanta's not used to seeing because, as a Falcon fan, you're not used to seeing you're not used to seeing a second half team come out and actually put up points because, we dominated that second half, bro. That's when we really established a good run game, a good passing game, and actually got the ball to our target. Philip, we hit them with the bad here right out the gate, but can you give me some good from Sunday? What did you see Sunday that really told you, okay, this is the year. This is the year we can actually push for a playoff season. This is the year that we can get excited as Atlanta Falcon fans.
First things first, the defense got turnovers. We did end up getting 2 sacks. We struggled with it at first, but we did. I am going to be honest. We were putting pressure, just couldn't get there right away.
Right.
But putting that pressure made him throw the 2 interceptions. I'll take it. You know what I mean? But we did soon get the 2 sacks, and then we also got a fumble recovery caused by Jesse Bates.
Right.
And then on the offensive side, Bijan, you better believe the hype.
Yes, sir.
Believe
you heard my boy. Yes, sir.
Believe it. And Tyler Algier, he's steady doing his thing, baby. He's steady doing his thing. There ain't no doubt in my mind.
Miss Pam says 2-0 in the bins. Ritter is undefeated in the bins. Let's go. Yes, ma'am, Miss Pam. I actually just tweeted fact of the day. Desmond Ritter is still undefeated at home. So if you haven't already, man, head over to Twitter and hit that follow button on Twitter and let's grow in numbers, man. Let's grow.
We're still undefeated in 2023.
Philip, our dog Justin Newman is in the chat. Justin Newman, man, he said, "What's good, bro?" Philip, we're gonna get Justin on the show, man. We're gonna get him in here. He's a diehard Falcon fan. He makes a lot of away games. He's also a Rise Up Tour member, so he's definitely a diehard, and we want any diehard to make appearance on this show. So if we have any viewers, man, that would like to come on the show and just talk Falcon football, please message us. Bubba Gump said Nate will be next to Ellis, so I think he'll be fine.
Exactly.
DSGB Hall said O-line was atrocious. Justin Newman says, I didn't like how our O-line was playing. We wasn't throwing the ball, playing safe.
Yeah.
Bubba Gump says Clown Bryant cropping pictures for clout. Facts. That's a Philip.
Thank you.
That on Twitter.
That's what I was referring to because I've seen that crap.
Justin said, I love the running game, and our effing defense was beating their ass. Yes, sir. Miss Pam with the Bijan. She's been screaming it all year, Philip, since last season, since after the Super Bowl. Miss Pam's been point on with Bijan.
Y'all know, man. This was my guy to pick in the draft anyway. So you know I'm with her. I'm with it.
So shout out to Miss Pam, man, for calling the pick months ahead of time and actually being the one to get it right. Philip, I'll give you my good and bad from Sunday just to kind of feed off of what you talked about. And everything you said was 100%. You pretty much nailed what I was going to talk about. But, I would say being at the game, we came out that first drive, man. I don't know. You said it was
shaky.
Yeah, did you actually get to see the first drive, Philip? Because I know your TV was doing some crazy shit.
I didn't, but we did. But I did see a replay of it.
So we were a little shaky. You've seen the botch pass, Ritter call. Yeah. So right out the gate, man, being in the bins and just the atmosphere that there was, we came in there and we was really wanting to, 7 on that first drive. We wanted to see 7 that first drive or 3 at least. And to not come away with that was kind of worrisome at first. I felt like that first quarter was really ugly. We had some pluses there on offense. Bijan came out early showing, who Bijan really is. Like you said, if you don't believe in the hype, now's the time. Just go watch his highlights from week 1.
Call me Naruto. Believe it.
And to talk a little bit about the O-line, man, you were right. We had way too many sacks, way too many pressures, not enough time for Ritter to set it in the pocket and make a play. There was a bunch of times he was scrambling out to try to make a play when he was taking those sacks. So O-line's definitely got to clean it up. You're going up against a Green Bay D-line that's pretty decent this next Sunday. So a lot to look at there. You're going up against a familiar face in DeAndre Campbell, a stud that we all know very well here in the A. So a lot to get right before week 2, I think, but a lot of good to build off of. You got Mac Hollins started early with consistent hands, man. Mac Hollins has proven to show he's got consistent hands. I really like that signing. Like I said, man, Terry's has been cooking with these people that he's brought in the building, and it just seems they all fit perfect in this scheme that we're running. You talk a little bit about what the defense did with the Jesse Bates and the 2 interceptions and the forced fumble. That's huge, man. He came out there and he showed he's the leader of that defense. That secondary, Jesse Bates is the leader of that secondary. So that's huge to know that a guy that's only played 1 play for Atlanta is already a leader in the locker room. Just some more to build off of. I feel like our special teams was pretty good. There was times that our punts were kind of but that happens. And people, it was week 1. Everybody has
beating off the rust.
It was a close game throughout the whole league, week 1, except obviously the 49ers and the Steelers. But that is a whole nother conversation for another day. So there's chat. Let us know, man. What did y'all see good Sunday, and what worried y'all? What worried y'all about the Falcons after week 1? Philip, real quick, while we take this little break for our fans to drop their comments, we're going to give a shout out to Dubby. Drop our ad. We'll be right back after this quick message. Out to W, man. If you happen to check out W, please use the discount code. It's DirtyBirds, all caps. That's DirtyBirds, all caps. You save 10%. I believe it is, Philip. What is it, 10? Something like 10% discount.
10% off.
Also, man, while we're giving shout outs to ads and all, shout out to our first ever merch clothesline. The link will be in the description after the live video. Shout out to Marcus Boyd, Marcus Boyd for purchasing a hoodie, man. Shout out to you. And when you get that hoodie, man, please send a picture. We want to post it up here on Dirty Fanatics United. More pictures to come as well with Kiki's hat, Philip. It has been delivered. It's in the mail, headed to her now. So Kiki's got that coming up to be looking forward to. Jesse Bates is her guy, man. So she's excited about that hat.
She got that signature.
Also, man, if you haven't, man, drop a comment, leave a subscribe, hit that like, get us out further in the YouTube world, help us move through the algorithm. It moves in weird ways, and being a Falcon football podcast, it's kind of hard to get it out there. So please hit that like. We greatly appreciate it. Philip, man, moving on to the next subject. Who gets the game ball for week 1? We'll start with you, and then I'll come in, and I'll obviously give a different player, but kind of already know who you're going to pick up. Maybe this guy up here.
I mean, we all know it's coming, though. JB3.
Yes,
my God. Brycey, you ain't know it hit you, cuz. First of all, I don't even know why you're passing to that side of the field anyway, man.
Bro, Philip, just give you my view. Just to give you my view on the interceptions, man. I was standing each interception where I was standing behind the quarterback, right? So I seen it before it actually happened, right? I see Bryce step back. I see Zach Harrison, the rookie from Ohio State.
He calls that one, bro.
Pressuring the quarterback to rush Bryce to make a throw, and I just see JB3 sitting in the middle of the field waiting on that guy.
Standing. He ready.
Jumps out before Jesse's even got it in his hands. I'm screaming interception. So, man, week 1 was lit. I really wish you could have made it, bro, because it's kind of a family tradition thing. It's kind of what we do week 1. But
we're gonna
We're gonna get up. We're gonna go to one this season, and not
It's
gonna
so
be in the
loud, the
A.
TV was shaking.
Not gonna be in the A for week 2, but I will be here at the house. So guess what, guys? You can count on a podcast right after the live game. That'll be
Y'all
probably
get
at 5:30. We'll give you a little chance to take a little break from
y'all get a
football,
little bit real
a little
emotions.
overtime, and we'll chat about some Falcon football, and hopefully it's a good podcast. Hopefully it's a dub that we're chatting about after week 2. Philip, game ball for me, man. Our guy AJ Terrell Allen, man, Strap City, cuz I mean,
Can I say
just
something on this?
yeah, go ahead.
Why in the world is Bryce Young trying my boy like this? Like, do you not know who he is? Because it's called Terrell Island for a reason.
Facts.
Just because you came from Bama, don't mean you just can do whatever you like. I'm just being honest.
Facts.
You throwing in that side of the field, it's not gonna be pretty for you, dog.
That's the thing, man. That's the thing with rookie quarterbacks, dog. That's why the hype for Bryce coming out of college into the NFL was just too high for me, bro. He had a lot of downsides, and I really think the Panthers folded on C.J. Stroud. I think that's who they should have drafted, but bump the pansies. I'm glad they drafted Bryce. We're gonna murder him for the next 4 years because you're not re-signing him because he's garbage. Anyway, headed to the comment section real quick, Philip. Let's see what we got here in the comment section, starting from the top with Miss Pam. She said, getting CP back in the lineup, you will see some improvements, and film don't lie. Offense will improve. Yes,
Facts.
ma'am. We've seen too many highlights this offseason of, even preseason. We go back to preseason. You go back to the one-on-one with Drake and against the Bengals, bro. I mean, he went up and grabbed that ball. Ritter put it in a spot no one else could. So that's been a big talk on Twitter world and Facebook about the passing game. Too many targets to not have a good passing game. I think it was 115 targets, Philip, or 115 yards with 15 of 18, something like that. Damn good
18.
stats. Damn good stats. Great passer rating. Philip, before I keep running over stats, man, we're going to get to your segment. But I'm going to run through this comment section real quick. Bubba Gump said, run game A+, pass pro, C-.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that. Just for week 1, we're gonna be real. We're gonna keep it a buck. That's how it went.
Straight up. Miss Pam said, Mr. Jesse Bates the third. Yes, ma'am. Now we know. Everybody knows 3 now, right? Yes, sir.
3.
Kiki in the chat, she said, hey, Chase, and hey, Philip, to hell with the kittens. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Philip, Kiki messaged me a while back, probably like a week ago before the game started, and she said, I get the vibe that Philip really hates the Panthers. I said,
I hate them.
I said, Philip hates the Panthers just about as much as I hate the Saints.
Oh, I hate. Oh,
so I know this week one dub was special for you, bro.
Here's the Panthers and the Bucks. They never bothered me, bro. Like,
they
had Tom Brady.
They was
annoying them, but they just always been down here to me. Now, I know people back in the 90s. Y'all know more than because y'all seen more and y'all was in it more, like in the 90s with the Bucks. But for me, they just down here to me, bro. Like, they irrelevant. They always have.
Ryan Thomas in the chat said, what's up, everybody? What's good, Ryan? Appreciate you tuning in, brother. If you haven't hit that subscribe on YouTube, please head over and hit that subscribe. We're trying to grow to 300 by what we said, Philip, week 4. So we're about 3 weeks away. Not quite 3 weeks away, but yeah, man, we're at 225 right now, and we greatly appreciate everybody that has hit that subscribe.
That's the Jacksonville game, matter of fact.
Yeah, in London. Philip, real quick, man, fill them in on the Toy Story thing that they got going on.
Oh, isn't it like on Disney Plus? All right, so it's like you can watch the game from like Disney Plus, but it's in like Toy Story form. Who's ever running the ball, it's like you're seeing the point of view of the toy running the ball or catching it.
Crazy,
it's kind of crazy. I mean, I've seen a little bit of it, but I didn't. But
Phillip,
to me, I just thought it was kind of crazy.
Question for you: are you at least gonna check it out?
I might.
I'm definitely on that.
It depends if I'm too caught up in the game because we're gonna be seeing Calvin.
Yeah.
That game. So I'm gonna be a little locked in that day.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Hopefully Terrell puts that seatbelt on his head. DSGB Hall said Terrell mic'd up video fire. Yeah, man. Terrell's a leader
Facts.
himself, man.
That's
Terrell's
my
a
guy.
hype guy, bro.
That's my guy.
Yeah, Terrell's solid. Bubblegum said, I hope Green Bay tries our secondary again. Facts, man. This Jordan Love hype is too much for me, bro. Way too much for me. Uncle Steve's Lounge, Philip VIP in the chat said, what's going on, Chase and Philip? High scoring for us this week. Falcons 34, Packers 24. Sheesh.
Hey, man.
Yes, sir. I love to hear it. I love to hear it. As long as it's a dub, I don't mind.
I love the positivity.
Yes.
I always
love it. Everybody in the chat, if you haven't checked out Uncle Steve's Lounge, man, please head on over to Uncle Steve's Lounge. You won't regret it. Philip, shout out to Uncle Steve, bro. I saw him and Big Low sitting in the nice little VIP section at the BN. So shout out to Uncle Steve's Lounge. Doing it big over there, Uncle Steve's Lounge. Kiki in the chat, she said AJ made a receiver apologize. Philip, man, while we're at it, bro, we already talked about the game ball and who gets it for this week, man. Let's head on over to some Avis Avenue and hit these people with some stats and give me a little breakdown you got going on over there.
YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, any social media. Avis Avenue is now in your city.
Pull up on
Let's get it, baby. Let me hit you with some facts and some stats that we did this weekend. We'll put a beating on them Carolina Pansies. You feel me? We're going to start with the man himself, the hype, Bijan Robinson. All right, my guy right here had 10 carries for 56 yards. And had 6 catches for 27 and a touchdown at that.
That's a rookie, Philip.
If you don't believe the hype, right? With that, if you don't believe the hype in one game like that, what are you really doing? Come on now.
What are you doing, bro?
Get right. Get right, baby. All right. And Tyler Algier, we're gonna start on with another running back, the guy, Mr. 1000 himself. Starting out with 15 carries and 75 yards with 2 touchdowns.
Mr. 1K, man. He hasn't skipped a beat, bro. He picked up and definitely carried right on. Man, something to be excited about there, bro. You finally having tandem in Atlanta with Tyler Algier and Bijan Robinson, man. I can't wait to see the growth that Tyler and Bijan do to each other, man. You know what I'm saying, bro? They both have something they can learn from each other. It's such a deep run back room. Philip, continue on, bro.
Continuing on, Tyler Algier, my boy had also 3 catches for 19 yards, along with them 2 touchdowns and rushing yards. And then here we come with the unicorn himself. Everybody got what they wanted. Y'all keep saying, we need to see Kyle Pitts more involved. Well, baby, let me tell you, he was involved. He had 2 catches, but for 44 yards. And let's not forget the deep pass that he had. Could have had some more, but it got called back.
The deep pass that sealed the game. Sealed the game. That was the pass that sealed it. Shout out to Kyle Pitts.
Could have had 70-something yards, but that one pass got called back. So, yeah. And then down.
I'm glad you brought that up, bro, because that's what fans don't see, man. Fans don't see the passes that were brought back as being involved, but that play was designed for Kyle Pitts. Like, they are designing for Kyle Pitts. I'm so tired of seeing TikToks and YouTube videos about how Kyle Pitts needs to be traded and the Falcons are wasting a generational talent. Man, if you don't get out of here on my phone with that shit, go ahead. Bro.
Tell him. Talk to him. All right. So then we're going to move it on to the boy himself, my QB, Dez. All right. My boy went for 15 for 18. You know, not the greatest, but hey, he still got the job done.
But look at this, bro.
Got the job done.
Listen this is what I got to say about this one, bro. Your coach is calling your plays. He's audible out of plays. He's doing what he's got to do to get the offense rolling. We were moving the ball. Even though we weren't passing like we wanted, when your coach calls 18 passing plays and you complete 15 of those passes, I think you did pretty damn good. You did pretty well. I mean, there is room to improve. I'm not saying that, Falcon fans. There's definitely room to improve. But as a whole, man, I think we have to be pretty pleased with what we saw.
And all right, I'll continue. With just them 18 attempts, he had 115 passing yards. Just with 18 attempts. Come on, dog. Come on now, dog. He had 1 passing touchdown, so you can get a hop off of him. And his longest pass was 34 yards, which is I promise you is going to get better. I promise you.
Yeah, and that's
But
not a slack pass either, bro. That's a good pass.
exactly. And then let me just tell you, he was second with passer rating with 111.8 behind who was it? He was I can't even think his name. He's
I
irrelevant.
think it was he's irrelevant. Shit. I can't remember who it was. I know who you're talking about though. He's a decent quarterback. Yeah, he's a younger guy too.
Irrelevant to me.
How about
All right.
go ahead.
We're gonna move it to the defensive side of the ball. We're gonna start with the man himself, the man that has his own island, AJ Terrell.
Shit.
Bryce, again, why would you try my boy? 4 targets, 0 completions. 0 completions on my boy. Like, bro, had a passer rating allowed was a 39.6.
Stud, bro. Straight freaking stud.
Sheesh.
Look, headed to the chat real quick, man. Uncle Steve Allen said we sold Big Low's car to get those seats. Sheesh. Big Low on the horse with the carriage. Shit.
He riding out.
Go ahead, bro.
All right, now we're gonna move it to that boy, Caden Ellis, boy that came from an enemy team because he knew who was better and what we got going on, baby. You feel me? He had 6 tackles for 3 assists. Gotta love it. You can't ask for much better right there. That means he's all over the field getting to that ball. And then this was gonna be a little shocker, but Trey Flowers himself had 4 tackles for 4 assists and had like only 4 completions on him the entire game.
Not too bad. Not too bad for a backup. You can't. I mean,
No.
I will say I've been on the down train on Trey Flowers. I haven't really liked what I've seen from Trey, but I don't know, man. We got a pretty nice cornerback room, but I still feel like there's room that we could go grab somebody else. You know what I mean? Maybe. Chat, let me know what you think about that.
And then we're gonna get to the man himself, JB3. All right, just in his Falcons debut in an NBA, he had 10 tackles, 2 passes defended, 2 interceptions, and 1 forced fumble. And he helped hold the Panthers to 10 points. Shoosh. And then here's the thing. This is the first time in his career that he's ever had multiple interceptions in one game.
Nice.
And it was with
I'm glad you brought that up, bro. You're bringing the facts tonight. I love it. Keep going, bro. Keep going.
And then anybody that I missed, I'm going to give it to you straight. I'm just going to put it all into one. This is for the Falcons defense on last Sunday. We had 2 sacks, 4 tackles for loss, 2 interceptions, 1 fumble recovery. Shout out to JP.
Yeah.
And only gave up 10 points on week 1. Held the Panthers to 3.9 yards per play. And they went 4 for 12 on 3rd downs with a 25% rate on them 3rd downs.
That's big numbers, bro. Philip spitting facts at y'all tonight, man. Y'all give my boy Philip a shout out in the comments, man. Philip spitting facts at you here at Avitz Avenue, a new little thing we started here. And I must say, he's doing the damn thing. He's doing pretty good. So shout out to Philip. Real quick, we'll finish up these live comments, and then Philip, we'll head next to our next subject. It'll be a little bit about Sunday and heading forward. Ms. Pam said, I love Andrew Jones pulled the horn at the Benz. Congratulations to Atlanta Braves, NL East champion.
Shout out to the Braves.
Braves going to do it again this year. Shout out to the Braves.
Back at it again.
Kiki said, Dez Bryant wasted his career playing for a mid-Romo. The audacity. Facts. Bubble Gump said, Eagles ran the ball 40 times yesterday. Hurts 23 pass attempt. So, yeah.
But you won't hear about that.
You won't hear anything about it.
Won't hear nothing about that, dude.
Philip, the man, the myth, the legend himself, LaMarcus Boyd said, loving the shades, Philip.
Appreciate it.
He said, what's good, fellas? He said, sheesh. Philip is rocking that belt, too. You can't believe I'm a rock star.
We capped Atlanta today. Captain Atlanta.
Travis Preston in the chat said, what's up, fellas? Let's get this win. Shout out to you, Travis Preston. Appreciate the comment. Hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe, man. We on the road to 300. And we greatly appreciate everybody that's on the train with us headed down to 1K. So shout out to everybody that's tuned in and showed us boys some love, man. Headed to the next subject here for these people. We'll give them a little bit Well, we done talked about the game, but we'll talk about a little. What's the recipe to success Sunday, bro? Give me your thoughts on Sunday. What do we need to do to secure the 2-0 spot in the NFC South?
Okay, so for one, defense has got to continue to play lights out like they've been doing, like they did this past week. Keep showing that because that brings a little bit of momentum. Them interceptions and like just any turnover, really, that sack, whatever it is, it brings like momentum, energy into the offense. And then on the offensive side of the ball, we got to play some Falcons football. We got to block. We got to hold our mans. We got to be as a team on the line, and then also call some good play calling, like a little bit better than what we had. But this past week. But I just feel like this is our week. We were beating off a little bit of rust. We're back at it now. We've seen what's coming. You know what I mean. We know what's ahead of us and who we going against. Just play as a unit.
You gotta all people has to remember, bro. This was an NFC South division game opening up week 1. It's always a close battle. No matter how shitty the team is, man, it's usually a close battle with these NFC South opponents. They know each other so well, and it's just like that throughout the whole league, man. How many years did the Patriots struggle to beat the Jets when they were ass? So, I mean, there's a lot to look at their, division game.
The Dolphins.
You come out week 1, 1-0 with a 2-point scoring game or a 2-touchdown scoring game over your divisional opponents. That's huge. I think the recipe to success Sunday is to get Bijan started again, man. You get Bijan, you get Tyler started, get a solid run game started. That passing game is going to open up. They're going to stack the box on you. It's going to be one-on-one with Drake, one-on-one with Kyle Pitts. You're going to have a Scotty Miller that's zooming across the seam. So there's a lot to watch for Sunday. I think it's the recipe for the defense, like you said, pressure. You got to get pressure. You got to get on Jordan Love. He's a young quarterback. He hasn't been hit too much. He had a pretty good outing week 1 against
Chicago.
So, there's a lot to say about all the teams throughout the league. Is shaking off for us for week 1. We are week 2 now. We're JB3 said it himself, Philip. He said, I kind of got out there and I was seeing red for a little bit. He said, I was seeing red. And then after those first couple snaps, it's football. We settled in. So
all that red was just the Atlanta red.
There's times that, players get starstruck as well. Just like when you were kids and we played football and you had the little butterflies in your stomach, they still do the same thing in NFL. So I would say, man, we just got to be solid at the cornerback position, the safety position. We got to have a solid secondary, and linebacker play must be pretty good as well. They have a pretty good running back over there, Aaron Jones. I don't know if he's playing. I think he's on the injury list. Real quick, I took some screenshots of some stuff I seen on Twitter to talk about, and we'll announce that here on the podcast. Talk a little bit about the pass blocking grades from last week. You got Jake Matthews with a 55, Matthew Bergeron with an 83.9. The rookie. You got Drew Dolman with a 72.9. Not too bad for the center.
I'll take it.
You got a Chris Lindstrom with a 16.7. And you got a Caleb McGarry with a 43.9. That, to me, is your recipe to success. You got to change those numbers. Everybody should be matching the rookie, if not above the rookie. So, I mean, there's a lot there we got to fix. Phil, I'm glad I went to my screenshots because there was one more thing I wanted to bring up. It's not Falcon related, but it's Dirty Fanatics United related. Shout out to Dirty Fanatics United for coming away in fantasy football. The Atlanta Falcon content creators started their own fantasy league, and Dirty Fanatic United came out undefeated week 1 with a dub against Out of Your Falcon Mind. Shout out to John and Mike over there doing big things. So just to give a little rundown, bro, they give like a performer rating of how many points you put up, and they kind of just rate you in like first to last. And Dirty Fanatics United came in 3rd out of 12 people. So shout out to us for killing it over on Fantasy Sleeper.
Can I get a little shout out?
We also got league awards. We also got most efficient manager for week 1. So shout out to Dirty Fanatics. Philip, go ahead.
While we bring it up, little shout outs. It's not Falcon related as well, but it is football related. shout out to the Appleton County Pirates right now. Fit to go down this field right here. I'm watching here live at home. About to put up 7. About to make it 10-0. Gotta love our Pirates. You know what I mean? So
shout out to the
show them
Pirates,
some
man.
love.
This could be the year. This could be the year, Philip. Keeping the fingers crossed. This could be the year. Shout out to Appleton County and shout out to Trent Griner, man, for toting the rock. Keep doing your thing, Trent. Shout out to Dawson, QB1, already signed with Tennessee in baseball, doing big things coming out of Baxley, Georgia, man. So shout out to all those young athletes that are thriving to, put Baxley on the map and make us a, even more better for, our kids when our kids get older, to possibly get that chance to be seen in a small town of Baxley. So that, to me, man, it's cool. We've seen a Darius Smith come out of Baxley and go to Georgia. He first year in there started special teams. Now he's rotating in at the edge.
Here.
Yeah, so shout out Darius Smith, another one from Baxley that's doing big things. Philip, enough for Baxley. Sunday game day predictions. Philip, give me your thoughts of stats. Who's going to pop off on offense? Who's going to pop off on defense? And what will the final score be?
Let's see. On offense, let's see. I think my boy's gonna want to make a statement this week for having 0 completions. I'm going with my man Drake London. He's gonna want to prove a point. He's gonna make a statement. He's gonna show y'all what he's been working on this whole offseason that we all seen it through training camp. The ones that's been there, seen the clips, everything. He's gonna make a statement on that offense. I think he's gonna be the offensive star. Defensive wise. Let's think. I think I got a good one. I think I'm gonna go with AJ this week. Watching him this past week, the way he's been carrying himself, he reminds me of that 2021 season where he was
that rookie season where he came out and was just unstoppable. Yeah, didn't give a
just
pass like the whole season.
Give another pass. I feel like he looks just like that season. He just looks comfortable. The swag's back, the height, just
the chemistry,
just
man.
His energy. His energy is all in one. I feel like he takes defensive player right there. So, and then as the score, I'm gonna be real with you. I think it's gonna be 28-24 Atlanta.
Nice, close scoring game, but Atlanta comes away with a dub. Sunday game day prediction for me and stat line predictions. I'll say I think Desmond Ridder gets it popping, man. I think this is the game we see Desmond Ridder actually start airing this thing out, and we get a Scotty Miller involved. I think Kyle Pitts goes off, man. If anybody that's got Twitter knows, Kyle Pitts tweeted the other day, comeback player of the year. We all know Kyle Pitts' goals and what he wants to do this season for the Falcons. Defense, man, I'm going to say our boy Grady Jarrett finally shines and gets through and makes a couple sacks for defense.
I can agree with that.
As far as my scoreline prediction, I would say I'm going to go with you, Philip. I think it's a close game. I don't think it's a blowout. I think this is two teams that are,
trying to prove a point.
Yeah, trying to prove a point of who they want to be. And we do know the Green Bay Packers travel pretty well. They bring a lot of fans with them. So the Benz has got to be packed with Dirty Birds. We got to be in there.
Bring that same energy. I promise y'all, my TV was moving off the wall, man. God.
So as far as score predictions, man, I'm going to go with the 24-10. Atlanta Falcons beat them 24-10. Another close scoring game. Like
another 24-10.
Another close game. Philip, real quick before we get ready to close this thing out, man, we're gonna hit the live comments. And our boy Bodie from One Time for the Fans said Philip's room is goals. What's up, family? Bodie, what's up, man? Always good to see my brother in Atlanta, man. We went to the game together Sunday and tailgated. Just had a good time, man. Just watched the Dirty Birds do what they do, and to be with friends and watch a win is pretty freaking fun, man. Shout out to everybody that I met Sunday, everybody that noticed Dirty Fanatics United. We greatly appreciate it. Headed to the next comment here. Ryan Thomas says, Dez don't need to say shit about the Atlanta Falcons. Facts. Miss Pam said, balanced offense attack and aggressive defense. A fan base needs to show up at the Benz. Noise do affect the offense. Defense play well, crowd involved. Yes, you're totally right, Miss Pam. You hit on that 100%. Ryan Thomas said our defense needs to hit Jordan Love.
Oh, yes, sure.
Yes, it does.
Let's get Calais Campbell that 100 sack, man.
Fact.
Let my boy get
happen. I thought it was going to happen week 1.
It was close. It was close. Bryce about run into
it was
him.
in the end zone too, I believe. So it would have went for a safety. So that would have been cool. Miss Pam said, "Congratulations, appreciate you, Miss Pam. We greatly appreciate everybody that has showed us love here at Dirty Fanatics United." Philip, we're gonna get ready to close this thing out, man. Like I said, if you haven't already, please hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe. If you're watching this after the live podcast, please leave a comment so we can see who you are and we can thank you for tuning in and leaving us a like or review. Philip, real quick, give you shout outs. And real quick before we do our shout outs, be sure to tune in Sunday at 5:30. We will be live chatting about what we just seen. And it'll be a good it'll be a podcast just about what we just watched, and we're going to get the fans active. We'll probably drop the link, so if fans want to come on and chat some Falcon football, this will be the chance. Philip, give you shout outs, though.
First and foremost, shout out to you fans. I promise y'all, it was either because of me and my, pops in there and brother in there screaming at the TV, or it was just y'all in general. But the TV was moving. We bring that same energy. So shout out to that. Keep being loud, doing y'all's thing. Shout out for the opportunity to be here. Shout out to God, blessed. Couldn't be in a better, predicament. You feel me? I mean,
yeah, we want to know we above 500, man. Our Dirty Birds are flying high. Just real quick, give my little bit of shout outs, Philip, man. Shout out to you for coming on the podcast and joining me here to chase our goal, man. 1K is the goal, and we're gonna get it, bro. I don't know when it is, but we're gonna reach it. Shout out to everybody that is tuned in tonight, everybody that dropped a like, everybody that shared this live, everybody that commented on this live. Shout out to everybody that views us after the live. We greatly appreciate y'all. Shout out to them Dirty Birds, and shout out to Desmond Ridder, man, for shutting some haters up and still having some haters on his back to prove that he's QB1 for the A for now and for to come. Once again, real quick shout out to One Time for the Fan. Started this whole thing for me. I started off co-hosting for them, gave me the idea, and we kind of ran with it. So shout out to One Time for the Fan, my boy Jack, Kiki, me. Obviously, I'm a co-host over there, and my boy Bodie. Shout out to everybody that also shows us love over there. Philip, we're getting ready to close this thing out, man. As we always say, rise up. And Philip, what we say?
A-Town down.
A-Town down. Rise up, people.